I'm Chronix from the most extreme wrestling, and this is your Smackdown review for December 16th, 2011. Alright, Booker T is headed down to the ring looking nice and spiffy in his little suit and everything, and he's about to have an interview. He's asked, he asked the crowd, do I look ready? And I say, no, Booker, you really don't, because you're in a suit. But, I mean, that's what you wear, so, I mean, you know, whatever. I love Booker T, and he's actually in phenomenal shape, but I thought that was kind of a strange question. But Booker T is known to say some pretty crazy things. Now, we all know that he's having this feud with Cody Rhodes, so swiftly Cody Rhodes comes out, says that he's an announcer, he's basically an old man, he's going to have this ring rust and everything. But Booker T is like, no, I'm going to tear you apart. He takes off his jacket, Booker T does, he's ready for a fight, he's tired of Cody Rhodes talking, but no, first we gotta have this match, and actually we're gonna have this match. There's not gonna be a fight between Cody Rhodes and Booker T tonight, no, that's saving for the pay-per-view. So, they have this match, Daniel Bryan versus Cody Rhodes. This is basically just to continue the talk about the match. I mean, the match was pretty much, it accomplished two things in my eyes. It accomplished showing that Daniel Bryan is a very confident grappler, he's a good wrestler, and that Cody Rhodes and Booker T's match is going to be good, basically. On the announce table, you had some banter back and forth between Michael Cole and Booker T talking about the match, so they basically used that segment in the match to build up their match at the pay-per-view. So I thought that that went well. The match was pretty good, I would say, but, you know, the main point was to put over the pay-per-view, and Cody Rhodes looked good. He had his little Intercontinental Championship belt, and he's looking really beefy recently. Crossroads get the pin. Remember, everyone who gets the Crossroads comes away from the victory, and that's Cody Rhodes, and he's been winning a million times over. So I would say that this was a good build. I would say that this is probably one of the only reasons I'd even want to watch TLC. So, yeah, I definitely am going to watch that match no matter what. Now, time for a buzzkill. It is Alicia Fox and Natalya. Yeah, okay. Not only does she come down and do her stupid stuff and look ridiculous, but she gets a handful of tights and a handful of hair somehow, and gets a quick roll-up, which I hate in Diva matches, but that's all they ever do, quick roll-ups. Out of nowhere, there it is, boom, she beats Natalya. Alicia Fox. Seriously? Oh my gosh, are they even having a match? Let's see, I will look. I do not see a match scheduled for the pay-per-view, and if this is wrong, Wikipedia's fault, not mine, sorry. Alright, so Alicia Fox gets her little promo after the match. Yes, I said a promo. Alicia Fox not only gets to beat Natalya just like that, but she gets to cut a promo. And she says, you're so fantastic, it's so plastastic. I mean, I don't know, it was just, I did not need to see her out there rhyming. It was stupid. Oh my gosh. And you just got outfoxed by Alicia Fox. Wow, what a great promo. And not only that! Not one, not two, but now three horrible things all in one segment to make Natalya look horrible and Alicia Fox go over. A post-match beatdown onto Natalya. Holy freaking crap. Natalya gets beat down and just no. Alicia Fox, you're not intimidating. I'm sorry. I don't know why they're pushing Alicia Fox so hard. I mean, maybe she's got some talent. I'm not seeing it. But, I mean, maybe it's there. But, I mean, come on. Beating down Natalya like she's nothing? Are you freaking serious? Oh, my gosh. Anyways, moving on. We see Jack Swagger and Vicky Guerrero backstage. Mark Henry comes into the mix. Mark Henry says, hey, man, can't you put the beat down on the Big Show? I know you've hurt him before. You got that ankle lock. Why don't you put the ankle lock on him and hurt him? And Jack Swagger, in typical face fashion, which I didn't realize he was a face. Or is he? But he sounded like a face, because he's like, nah, man, I do what I do in the ring, and I might hurt the Big Show, but it won't be for you. So, weird, but whatever. Anyways, okay. Jack Swagger also says that he's going to be a future World Heavyweight Champion. So you better watch out, Mark Henry. And I'm not intimidated by that. Now we got the Usos versus Epico and Primo. Epico and Primo with Rosa. this is a new tag team, which I'm glad to see Primo actually doing something, and I'm glad to see Rosa out there because, oh my gosh, Rosa looks good. Anyways, Primo gets the win with the backstabber, and what I would say was a typical match. Are they going to be on the pay-per-view? It doesn't look so. And, yeah, the tag team champions are also not on the pay-per-view as of yet. So what's up with that? I don't know. But they haven't really built it up. But, of course, Primo and them got the win because they're a new heel team and they got to put them over. So I was not surprised that they beat the Usos. But that's how that went. So I guess that achieved the goal of making them look like heels. Whatever. It worked. Big Show versus Jack Swagger with Vicky Guerrero. And then we have Mark Henry walk down the ramp to see this match. Now, I was really actually surprised that Jack Swagger, he did pretty good, and Big Show did good. Two guys that I give a little bit of, negative feedback to because, I don't know, they just don't do it for me. But the crowd seemed to be into it, and yes, it is Smackdown, so it could have been pumped in, I don't know. But they actually seem to accomplish their goals of making Jack Swagger look like he's like wrestles like Kurt Angle, I guess. Like he can wrestle you down basically. No matter how big or strong you are, he can wrestle you to the ground. Which I don't like them making that connection. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do. It's a different time, it's a different age, and Kurt Angle's in TNA, so he's pretty much dead to WWE. And Big Show looked dominating. So that worked. Big Show gets the mass destruction and beats Jack Swagger, tosses Jack Swagger outside like a small child, and then Mark Henry beats him with the chair. So they're kind of tossing him back and forth like a ball as they stare into each other's eyes. So, I mean, that's just one of those old wrestling things. But it was kind of funny because they made Jack Swagger look like $1 million, kind of, and then they make him look like a prop. Literally. Backstage, Zack Ryder is talking to Randy Orton, and he asked, are we on the same page? In which he says, yeah, not really, but whatever, I guess we can be in the same book. So, of course, Randy Orton looks kind of boring, whatever, not that interesting. I was kind of like, what was the point of that? They're going to have a tag team match at the end of the Smackdown, so I guess that's what it was for. I didn't really get that, but anyways, moving on, that was a short segment. Ted DiBiase coming out looking like a super face versus Heath Slater, as Heath Slater. But Ted DiBiase, also this was a match I completely did not have any faith in because Ted DiBiase, I've been on his side, I've not been on his side. I just don't know what to think about the guy because sometimes he brings the fire and sometimes he's just boring. And Heath Slater is just kind of the same way to a lesser degree, I guess. But Ted DiBiase looked amazing. He went out there, he did all his moves, he got all the pops. He would hit them, and then he would high-five the troops in the crowd, and it was just like, wow, he's really, doing this. But, whatever. Ted DiBiase beats Heath Slater, but instantly post-match beatdown by Jinder Mahal coming running out and attacking Ted DiBiase. Teddy Long heads down and says, nah, playa, we can't have this. That's a match for Jinder Mahal versus Sheamus, and that's going to happen now. Now, are any of these guys on the pay-per-view? No. I can expect a dark match from one of them anyways. So, Jinder Mahal looking like a super heel. Still not sure what to think about the guy, but he accomplished his goal of looking like a heel, and Ted DiBiase obviously accomplished his goal of looking like a super face. Sheamus versus Jinder Mahal. Also, I can't believe it. I kept hearing all these negative reports about Smackdown and all the reviews saying that it was a horrible, horrible Smackdown, but this match wasn't boring. I mean, I can't believe it. Jinder Mahal had a non-boring match. And, I mean, who do we give the testament to? Is it a testament to Sheamus and his wrestling ability, or is it a testament to Jinder and his heat and being a heel abilities and his wrestling abilities? Well, I'm going to have to give all the credit to Sheamus because he continually impresses me. And if I can say anything about this SmackDown, it's actually just impressed me the whole night. Now, do these guys have a match? Let's look. No. None of those guys have a match. Oh my gosh. What is going on? Alright, Zack Ryder and Randy Orton versus Ziggler and Barrett. This is a typical SmackDown match. You get like a 20-minute main event or whatever it is. Goes on for a long time, and it's a typical tag match. I wasn't too impressed by it, but hey, they had a lot of talent in there, did pretty good. They accomplished what they were doing by setting up the matches and promoting for them the Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett match at the pay-per-view. There goes a pay-per-view match. Tables match. And also Ziggler and Zack Ryder with their long storied feud that is mainly on the internet, but probably that match more than any has had more build than any other match on this entire card. Can you believe that? Zack Ryder and Dolph Ziggler for the United States Championship has the biggest build, the most amount of build. It's insane. So Randy Orton, I almost forget about Randy Orton even being in the company because it seems like he's either losing or I don't see him or he's cutting a promo that's like this. But RKO to heel Ziggler, and Ziggler flips around, goes crazy, sells like an insane person, and he wins. Randy Orton does over Dolph Ziggler. The stare down with Wade and Randy as they remind us that they're going to be in a tables match at the pay-per-view. So I don't know how the pay-per-view is going to go, but I am going to take some notes, and I am going to make my TLC predictions and scenarios video, and I will see you all there.